Well, it's March. It's the 1st of March, and so far this month has got off to an interesting start. It's just before 12 o'clock. I am picking the boy up early from preschool. Normally he'd be there till 3, but they're having to close early because we've actually had an upgraded red warning of this snow, whatever is going to happen. So far today we've had a little bit of snow this morning, but hardly anything. It's extremely cold. It's probably about -6, I would say. And yeah, it's been an absolutely interesting morning so far. So my husband got up at 5:30 because the boiler, which is just behind me in the wardrobe, was making a funny noise. It turns out all the pipes outside were frozen, so we've been having to put lots of boiling water on the pipes to thaw them out. And to cut a long story short, I was on the phone to the plumber because that wasn't working. The central heating boiler was making some pretty scary sounds, like loud thumping sounds, and then it kept like going on to this reset thing where you had to reset it all because basically it was trying to work but it couldn't. My husband at this point had gone into work because they still had to try and make an attempt to get in. I was on the phone to the plumber and he said, right, you need to take the pipe out of the gutter which it feeds into to then go out in the drain. And I was pulling and pulling, trying to be careful not to break it, but what basically ended up happening is the pipe came away with my hand and it's broken on the corner. So I was like, okay, came back inside, the heating is sorted, the heating is actually now on, so that was the main thing because I had a lukewarm shower this morning without the heating on. You can imagine what that was like, it was horrible. Yeah, so the heating is sorted, we're leaving the heating on for a minute because it's so cold. And I had to fill up the washing up bowl in the kitchen with boiling water, submerge this bit of pipe, which I still had in my hand, and it still took about 5 minutes to thaw out. So there's no way I would have been able to thaw it whilst it was out there. And this weather is set to continue for a good 24 hours, I think, and we need the heating, so, and the hot water. So, we now just have a busted pipe outside. I've kind of botched it back together with a tea towel and some duct tape. So it's working at the moment, and yeah, it's just been a bit of a strange morning. And what I've literally just done a moment ago, because I can't wash any clothes because our washing machine, which is out in the garage, the cold infill pipe is totally frozen. So obviously the washing machine's not working either. And it's getting to the point where I'm like, we're going to start running out of clothes in a minute. So I've just put a load of blankets around it. Well, my husband had done that anyway. And I've just put a load of hot water bottles around the pipe in the hope that it's going to thaw out. Because I can't do the same as what we did with the pipe outside. Because I can't tip boiling water on it because it's in the garage. And obviously electrical and all that kind of stuff. So hot water bottles. Never thought I'd ever have to do that. Putting hot water bottles on my washing machine. Anyway, I need to go pick up the boy. I thought I would just give you a quick update. I am loving this new jumper, by the way. This one I got in the Fat Face sale. I love the colour. I've got nothing like it. It's the perfect level of snuggliness for the cold weather without being too chunky. It's actually quite thin. So I think this is like the purchase of the month so far, even though technically it was actually in February, not March. Anyway, I hope you are all keeping safe and warm, depending on where you're watching this and how you've been. But yeah, I'm hoping my husband's going to come home early as well because we're due to get some serious snow later. If we do, I will get some footage for you, of course. Anyway, best go get the boy. See you later. So, what do you think of all this snow? Oh, it's the train. Do you like the snow? Hey? The snow is probably not going to show up, but Yeah, we've got quite a lot of snow. Right, time to go home, I think.
Oh, my lead! I got my lead.
Have you not found me? I'm sat right here. You not found me yet? Hi everyone, I hope you're really well. Today is Thursday the 8th. I'm just checking that. Yes, it is Thursday the 8th today. Let me take these glasses off because they're reflecting a ton of stuff. It's a really, really special day today, and well, there's two reasons for that, I suppose. One, it's International Women's Day, which is a day worth celebrating if you ask me. It's everywhere, all over social media, lots of people posting lots of inspirational things, so that's always really nice to see. Two is it's my 2-year YouTube anniversary today. I had no idea when I first uploaded that first video of mine that it was International Women's Day, to be completely honest. But here I am 2 years later. I'd like to think that things have improved in that 2 years. I don't know, you guys can be the judge of that. But yeah, it's really strange when I think about it. It feels like it's been 2 years. It feels like it was a really long time ago that I started. But I'm still here and I love it. I really enjoy it. It's a lot of hard work. And since going back to work in August last year, which, wow, has this time gone quickly as well, it's been extra challenging, but I do love a challenge. I don't like to give up on things, so I always try my best to get stuff regularly uploaded, respond to your comments as timely as I can, and yeah, it's just been a really quite surreal 2 years. Anyway, I'm going to do a whole separate video about this special day for me in particular. I have just literally hopped on because I am supposed to be getting ready. So I am ready, but I just haven't done anything with my hair. So this is like, I think this is second day hair that I'm going to try and do something with. But yeah, I'm getting ready to go get weighed. I didn't manage to get weighed last week because of all the snow and everything. So essentially I've got 2 weeks worth of weight loss. And when I hopped on the scales this morning, it showed what was quite an exciting number, but literally all I was wearing was a t-shirt. And since then I've had breakfast and I've got probably about £3 worth of clothes on, although I will be taking my jumper off. So yes, it's my favourite jumper at the moment. You're going to see this a lot because I love it. So yeah, I'm not sure what to expect today. I'm hoping it's going to be a good number. It should be a good number. It's amazing what a little bit of water can do. I've actually not put any products in at all yet. I did have quite a few plans as to what I wanted to do today, but my plans have been somewhat scuppered in so much as, oh my god, I'm actually getting to the end of a hair product, can you believe it? Because in my empties videos there are very, 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 very rarely any hair products, but it's this one from Redken. It's the curvaceous ringlet stuff, which I really quite like actually, which explains why I'm struggling to get any out, because I think it's actually empty. No, just a little bit. I can see product in there. I'm going to have to put some water in it. Just a second. Okay, I've just put way too much water in there, but never mind. It could work out for the best, you never know. I keep losing track of what I'm talking about, which is not helpful. Oh yes, I was talking about my plans for today. So I've been having a think about how I want to mark the fact that today is my 2-year YouTube anniversary, and I don't think I'm just going to do something today. I think I'm going to incorporate it over like a couple of days or something, and I'll see how things go. But yeah, my plans have been scuppered a little bit because my mum couldn't come up last week because of the snow, and she called me yesterday on my way into work and said that she was free today, so she was going to come up today, which is obviously fine because I've not seen her for a little while and I'm looking forward to seeing her. But that means that I have now essentially lost a day's worth of filming, because I do need to go get weighed, but I was going to come back early and film, edit and upload in one day, and I can still do that, but it's not going to be what I thought it was going to be. So life. I think I'm just going to leave this to kind of air dry now because I'm going to have to go in a minute. Right, I think that's probably it for now because I need to go get weighed. So I will speak to you again probably tomorrow, perhaps when I get home, just to let you know what weight loss I've had. But I don't tend to film that often in front of my mum. We will see. So, I have been weighed this morning and I lost 3 pounds, which I'm very happy about. I've not been weighed for 2 weeks, so that's obviously an average of 1.5 pounds a week, which I'm really happy about, so really chuffed about that. I'm now 6 pounds off what I weighed when I got married, and that was the lightest I'd been for a long time. So, oh, sorry, I got interrupted by a car. So yeah, really happy about that. My wedding weight was the lowest I'd been for a long time, so yeah, really happy. The sun is shining, it's blinding me right now, so I thought it was good timing to take the dog out for a walk, and the scenery today is beautiful. You can see for absolutely miles, so once I get up over that way I will show you. Ah, that's better. The sun is now behind me so I can actually see what I'm doing, and my finger is now not going to cover the lens. Yay! It's hard to believe, like a week ago I was walking this road and instead of it being beautiful and sunny, this lane was just full of snow. It's absolutely crazy, just literally a week later. But I'm very thankful for it because it's beautiful today. Morning. It's Friday the 8th of March, I think, and the day is not off to the best start today. Didn't get much sleep last night, which goes on top of several nights of not great sleep. The reason why I didn't sleep well last night is I went to bed far too late. Well, no, that's not accurate. I went to bed at an okay time, but then I was messing around far too much on social media and stuff, and I didn't end up going to sleep until far too late. And then I was woken up before 6 this morning because my little boy had wet the bed, and he has never done that before, so it's going to be a long day. Anyway, oh my goodness me, I probably look absolutely shocking. Yeah, naked bed behind me, it's all being changed. I'm going to go grab a shower and hope that I wake up a bit. So I've just got back from preschool, and I think I got the date wrong earlier when I was saying what date it is. It's actually Friday the 9th, I think. Yeah, Friday the 9th of March. And every year preschool put on this kind of like Mother's Day morning. They also do like a Father's Day morning. So they had the Mother's Day morning this morning because obviously it's Mother's Day Sunday. And you're there for like an hour and they put on activities. but it starts with all the children singing songs. And the last couple of years, it's always gone the same. My little boy does not cope very well with crowds. And my husband was talking to me about this the other day and said that he heard them talking on the radio about some kind of new disorder, although I don't know if it's actually a disorder. I don't know because I didn't listen to it, but something to do with people who kind of can't cope in certain situations. And he described some of what it includes, and it just described our little boy to a T. He doesn't cope with a lot of people being around. He even cried at his birthday when we brought his birthday cake out, which I think I put a picture of in, that would have been December's highlights. He just doesn't cope. And because he did so amazingly well at the Nativity for last year, he literally walked up through rows of loads of people, and that just in itself exceeded my expectations. I thought my heart was going to burst because I thought maybe we've turned a corner. And he was up on stage and he said his line and everything. And I was so looking forward to this morning. And, you know, actually maybe but I was so looking forward to this morning, and I'm being sat there with all the other mums, and there were grandparents there as well, and there were dads there too. And I thought, you know, it'd be so nice to sit down and actually watch him sing songs. And, you know, he does all of this at home. But he just kind of shuts down. And I think because I'm so tired, this has been my reaction to it. It's just, I felt really bad because all I could really think about is looking at all the other kids, and they were just sat there so nicely and singing and clapping, and yet my child has kind of got his head buried into my side. And I know it's probably going to seem like a really ridiculous thing to get this upset about, but I felt like I'd had enough this morning, you know. If you've got kids, then hopefully you know what I'm talking about. And all I wanted to do the whole time I was stood there is I just wanted to cry. For so many different reasons, in like frustration, disappointment. I was this close to just leaving because I thought, I'm actually making him worse by being here, I'm sure of it. I didn't, obviously I stayed, and they were singing songs for like 15 minutes or something, and when you're kind of on the verge of tears, that felt like a long time. So then they said, you know, we're going to go into the parish hall which adjoins the preschool, and we've got some crafts and stuff. And he did relax a little bit, he got a little bit better, but he was just like following me around everywhere and clinging on to me. I know this probably makes me sound like an awful person, but it's really hard because this has been like, well, forever really. He's been like this, and I really thought we were getting somewhere. I think maybe the whole bedwetting incident this morning maybe just got his day off to a bad start, but I think if it was any other day it would have been okay, but the fact that it was all supposed to be about Mother's Day and that just piled on, you know, the bad feeling even more, in terms of I just wanted to be able to sit down and enjoy it like everyone else was. And yet he was like just not wanting to do it at all. Oh my god, I sound ridiculous. I'm really sorry. I just wanted to come home, and I knew that this was probably going to happen. And as I've said to you guys so many times, I want to be able to show you as much as what goes on in my life as possible. I want to be able to give you the reality of my life, and you know, this is what's happened this morning. I'm hoping it can only get better from here, really. I'm just feeling very tired and quite emotional right now, obviously. What is it about having a cry? It does actually make you feel a bit better, doesn't it? When, I don't know if you guys are like that as well, but you just kind of get this feeling that builds up, and you know the only way that's kind of going to make you feel better is to have a good cry. I'm feeling a little bit better. One of my friends who, my little boy is good friends with her little boy. They'll be going to school together this year. She said to me whilst we were there, did I have time for a coffee? Which I do technically have time. I mean, my first day off yesterday was a total write-off, and I hate days like that. I hate not getting stuff done and not being productive, because I have a ton of stuff to do as well. So I suppose I ought to try and sort myself out a bit. Oh God, anyway, hopefully the next time you see me, I'm going to be in a much better place.